Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of strength of materials. So in the previous lecture we have studied the concept of stress, strain, and we have derived the formula for prismatic bar which is axially loaded. So we have seen like delta was PL upon AE. So let us try to solve some more problems in order to understand the concept more clearly. So this is our next problem, which is the fourth problem of the chapter. So what this problem is stating: a circular pipe of internal diameter 30 mm and thickness 4 mm. It's subjected to a force 30 kN and the elongation was measured at 1 mm. If the length of the pipe is 2 meter, find the value of Young's modulus of elasticity and the stress in the pipe. So it is similar to the previous problem, but previous problem was for solid bar and the bar was not circular. So let us try to draw diagram first. So the bar is circular and it is having a thickness of how much, something like this. So this thickness is 4 mm, okay, and internal diameter is 30. So total outer diameter will be 30 plus 8, 38 mm. So for stress we need to have the cross sectional area. So cross sectional area from diameter we can calculate. Load is already given, so PL by AE, in that value we are having P, length is given, area we can find from here, and E we have to calculate. That means we have been provided by 1 mm is deformation. So it is quite easy problem. So let us see how we are going to solve this. So the internal diameter is 30 mm. Let me just show you here. So 30 mm is internal diameter, thickness is given as 4 mm. So external diameter will be 3 plus 30 plus 2 times of thickness. So it is coming out to be 38 mm. Now the area of pipe will become pi by 4 external diameter square minus internal diameter square. So we will put the values. You will find area is coming out to be 427.26 millimeter square. Now stress you can find like sigma is equal to P by A. So stress is coming out to be 70.21. Strain is 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. So E can be directly calculated as sigma by epsilon. So it is coming out to be 140.42 GPa, gigapascal. I hope this is clear to you. Let us move to our next problem. So this problem is stating a uniform steel rod 6 mm diameter of 0.5 meter length. It's subjected to a tensile force of 3 kN. Find the stress in the bar and its elongation. So this is also very simple problem. Diameter is given, length is given, load is given, and E is given. So directly you can find the stress. So let us see how we are going to solve this problem. So P is given as 3 kN, that means 3000 Newton. Area is pi by 4 d square because the rod is diameter is given, that means cross sectional area is circular. Stress is P by A, that is 3000 Newton by 28.27 corresponding area, and stress after stress we can calculate delta L, deformation is PL by A. So finally you will put the values and you will get 0.265 millimeters. So this is the change in length due to this applied force on this type of bar. Clear? Now let us see the next problem. So this problem is quite like important. You will find this type of problems in standard like exams like GATE, ESE. So try to learn the concept seriously. So the bar is stating a bar of uniform cross section 20 mm diameter. Okay, so diameter is 20 mm, is subjected to loads as shown in this figure. So figure is given here. So figure, find the total elongation of the bar and the maximum stress in the bar. So there are many approaches to solve this problem. I will discuss both approaches. Basically there are two approaches. First is to draw the free body diagram of each individual bar. Okay, so there are, this is AB, BC and CD. So first is like here 50 kilonewton is there, so for equilibrium here also 50 kilonewton will act. Now here it is 60, so here also 60 will act. Now at this point net force is 20 kilonewton. Already we are having 60 kilonewton towards left, so that means 40 kilonewton will be acting rightwards, and from here also you can see 10 kilonewton is acting rightwards, and already we are having 50 kilonewton, so to balance this here 40 will come. So we are having load in each of the bar. Now for deformation what you can do, load is given P, length is given L, divided by cross section area is 20 pi by 4 20 mm square, and finally E is also given, so you will be finding the deformation very easily. Now if you want to solve this problem in like more simple way, what we can do, there is no need to draw the free body diagram, but for that you need to have some conceptual clarity, then only you will find this diagram, this method like effective. Now let us see if we are having a section here, so we have to check the load either leftward or rightward. Okay, so for for the bar AB, delta left, we are taking left as our force, leftward force we are taking, so this 50 kilonewton is tensile force, so here it will come 50 L, like it is 400 upon A into E is constant, so let us leave it like that, plus now we have to check a section here. So here now 50 left plus this 10 right, so that means 50 minus 10, so 40 into 1000 upon A. Clear? So you can imagine like 50, here 50 was coming, here 40 is coming, and from free body diagram also it was coming 40, plus now take a cross section here. Now the leftward force again you can find plus 50 plus 20 minus 10, 60, or from rightward also 60 is here, so 60 into 800 upon A. So both methods you can apply, there is like no restriction to follow one of the method. I have tried to explain you both the methods. Let us see the solution with the help of your free body diagram. So free body diagram is like, it will enhance your clarity, so that the second method which I have told you, you can be easily apply that method if you are having the conceptual clarity of free body diagram. So delta AD is how much? Individual bar AB, BC plus CD, the deflection in individual bars. So PL by A, PL by A, PL by A for each of the bars, and again you have to just put the values of P and L because A is constant. So you can see from here, finally you will get some value. So it is coming out to be 1.7212 mm. So it is quite a deflection. Now second part was to find the maximum stress in the bar. So area is constant, so from where you are expecting the maximum area, stress is P upon A. So the load which is maximum out of 50, 40 and 60, so 60 will be, so 60 will give the maximum stress, so that you can see from here. P max upon area is constant, so P max is 60, so it is coming out to be 190.98 megapascal. So I hope this problem, try to solve this problem without seeing the solution, then you will get much more clarity of this free body diagram. Now let us solve to try a non-prismatic bar. Up to now we have seen the prismatic bar, that means the cross section area was constant throughout the length, but in this question a bar has three sections of different diameters, 120 mm, 80 mm and 100 mm as shown in the figure, and is subjected to a load of 500 kilonewton as shown in the figure. Find the allocation of the bar. E is given as 200 GPa. Now here what is the constant? P is constant because at every section 500 kilonewton is acting. So in PL by A, now what formula we can expect? Delta will be how much? P is constant, E is constant, So L by A of first section, L by A for second section, and L by B of third section. Clear? So you can summarize it like this. If you are having like the sum arrangement like this, so delta will be what? Summation PL by AE. So whatever constant is there, you can take it outside. If something is not constant, you have to take it individually. Clear? So again, this, like, I have solved the problem here. You can see total elongation is PL by AE for different bars. Load is constant, area will be different. So finally you are getting 0.6771 mm. So this is the, today we have tried to solve 4 problems. In the next lecture also we will try some more problems. Now we will be shifting from prismatic to non-prismatic bars. So this is all for today. Thank you.